in that shot. I've got some, these are Walmart specials here because I broke my good glasses. And as you may recall, they vanished between walking up from the lower garden and my porch. Vanished. I don't know how, but that was some months ago. And so now I'm down to this, which is pathetic. But anyway, $15 Walmart specials, but I can read it. So that's the important thing. How is everybody? We only have about 10 people so far, so we'll wait for people to sign on. I wonder if it would be better if I changed the lighting. No, I don't think so. And then it's a little brighter. I don't know if that's better. It still looks weird. Claudia is here from Indiana. Wow, 40-degree spread in temperature during the day. It was 66 today. It was fantastic temperature. It was a little too windy for my taste. I don't really like the wind. Hello, Cherie from Kentucky. From the beautiful Daniel Boone National Forest. New England Country Kitchen. Well, good evening. What's cooking in the New England Country Kitchen tonight? That's what I want to know. Back up? Would that be better? No, I don't think so. See? Is that what you mean, Patricia? Just back up? Hey, Jack, how are you feeling? Jack had the flu. Good evening, Daryl. Daryl, let's just start off with this because I'm scared to death. Tell me, Daryl, what is this? I almost don't want to ask you. Daryl, are you looking? What is this? If you tell me this is ground ivy, I'm going to probably put my house on the market. Why am I not seeing a response? Daryl? Krista is here from Australia. Fantastic. Australia hasn't been as much in the news this past week because there's been so much bad news here. But anyway, let's see. Jamela is here from Trinidad and Tobago. Our temp is going to change for a day and a night. You mean tonight and tomorrow and then go back up, I hope? Oh, wow. I have 0 plans for Thanksgiving. Isn't that fun? My brother said, well, aren't you going to North Carolina? I said, nope. Nope. Not going anywhere. No one's coming and I'm not going. I may have a visitor drop in, Patty who used to live in Las Vegas. You know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, she and her daughter came down to see me in my last play. It might have even been the last weekend of the play. And we did 2 videos and she talked about growing in the high desert and so forth. But now she lives in Texas. And she may be dropping by on the weekend, but we don't have a plan for a meal. Oh, good, Jack. That's good news. Krista Miranda. I was just going to say that I did not recognize your name, and I'm thrilled that you are a new subscriber from Brazil originally, living in Cleveland. Wow, fantastic. Well, I'm glad you're here. Wait, did he say what it was? Daryl, I'm asking, why haven't you answered? Are you not answering because it's bad news? Oh, thank you, Gina. Well, thank you, Jack. Creeping Charlie. Daryl is not contributing. Oh, shoot. Really? Well, I'm about 10 feet from my, I'm 10 feet from my Wi-Fi, so I don't know what to do. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Okay, so what is creeping Charlie? Thank you, Paul and Judy. They're on 2 devices, so they're doing 2 thumbs up. So everybody can do that if you've got 2 devices. You can do 2 thumbs up. Oh dear. Thank you, Cherie. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Okay. Oh my gosh, Daryl, I said, what is this? So I just wonder if creeping Charlie is similar to the ground ivy because it is all over out there. Hey, Crafty Stash, how many people concur that this is creeping Charlie? And is this somehow useful, edible, or is it just an invasive weed? Rose, what do you say? I'm asking what this is. This is coming up in my side garden. Oh no. How could that have gotten here? How could that have gotten here? And what am I going to do about it? I cannot have that everywhere. Oh no. How did I get it? Birds? Really? Oh no. Oh no. So if I put hay down over the whole thing over there, will that kill it? Well, see, I have the wild strawberry thing, but the leaf is not as delicate. This leaf is almost tender looking, like cilantro, but not as. Oh my gosh, I can't have that everywhere. Lynn, what did I ask you that you said no? Well, I have the hay out there. That's what I'm wondering. Because I've got it down there too. So it came from the hay. Have to spray it. Hay cover. I have to spray it. Okay, well, what is the spray that I have to use? Vinegar water? Is that yeah, I mean it pulls up like in in little plants. This I just grabbed a whole handful. Okay, well that just absolutely does it. Oh, what a Difficult day. Oh no. Oh no. Well, see, Daryl has ground ivy everywhere, so it must be a relative. Or maybe it is ground ivy. I could not have gotten it, Daryl, I could not have gotten it from those seeds that you distributed. Could I have? Because it's over there. Do you think that's possible? Because I only noticed it like recently. Okay. Glaucoma heteracea, Nepeta glaucoma benth, Nepeta heteros. Aromatic perennial evergreen creeper of the mint family is commonly. Oh, God. Help me. It's just, I can't. No, I can't. I'm not. Daryl has it everywhere. I'm not going to taste nothing like mint. Nothing. Oh, smoking a turkey sounds fantastic. I was at my brother's last year, and he had this old smoker. Maybe you saw it. I think I showed it in the live stream when I was up there. It was a big round orange one, and it was really old. But oh, that was the best, the juiciest turkey I've ever eaten. It was really good. Ivy is woody. Creeping Charlie is not. It's not woody. It's not woody. Okay, so I'm calling it Creeping Charlie, but I still have to deal with it. Hi, Linda. I just found out that I have some invasive weed in my yard. Hey, everybody, 55 of you here. I don't want to be such a Debbie Downer here, but invasive weeds. I have enough to deal with without invasive weeds. And welcome to my channel. I'm Kaye, and I'm here on my developing homestead in Tennessee, and I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you subscribe, hit the like button, and get that 30 up to 56, and hopefully a bunch more people will tune in. I haven't worn my hair like this in a while, but I washed it this morning, and it's actually still wet from a little bit from this morning. Don't eat it. We don't know what it is. I didn't eat it. I just tasted it. Oh, several attempts at vinegar. Okay. Ground up mulch. I haven't put any ground up mulch over there. All that's gone over there is the square bale hay, and that's all, actually. I'm assuming it must have come from the hay. Tess is here, Sister Marcel. Okay, Rose. I've got some of that. Oh, that's great. Jack has just built himself 12 raised beds. Unusually sensitive to boron. Huh. Can you spray borax? If you put borax in water, will it be a complete liquid that will go through a sprayer? Does anybody know? All mints have square stems. Gosh. Well, I've got these Walmart specials here, and it's so small, I can't tell if that's square. Ugh. It kind of feels square. The stem does. Yeah, it kind of, like when I roll it in my fingers, it doesn't roll smooth. It must be a mint. Carolyn, I don't know if you're new to my channel, but Daryl has bamboo on the brain, and he makes a lot of jokes about bamboo. He wants me to plant bamboo. He has a lot of bamboo, but you'll see other jokes about bamboo. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining my live stream. We're just getting going. I've got some bad news about my garden. I've got an invasive weed. This is evidently Creeping Charlie, which is in the mint family. And it's everywhere out in my side garden. And I believe I've seen the same thing down below. I also have chickweed, which I understand is actually a good thing. I mean, it's a good weed that you can actually eat, I think. Isn't that what you told me, Daryl? And then also I found one mullein plant down there in the lower garden. And John, the man who worked for me the last 2 Saturdays, he cut it out with a knife. And I thought, oh, wait, let me dig it up. I wanted to just put a shovel full and bring the dirt up, put it right in a pot and save it. But he cut it with his knife, and I thought, well, that's going to kill it, And then I threw it in the bucket with everything else down there. And by the time I got up, it was like limp. And I thought, well, that's the end of that. But no, I put it in a cup of water, and it looks like it's going to make it. Here you go, Carolyn. Trying to get a good leaf. There you go. Chickweed pesto lasagna. That sounds good. Chickens like chickweed. I feel like I have got some of that in my tooth. If I get chickens, and that's a big if I get chickens, I could no. Could I keep chickens safe if there's a 7-foot netting around that side garden? Or would they fly over that? Okay, Linda, good idea. I haven't been down there in a while. Oh, I know, colder by the day. I have Virginia creeper, but it's not too bad in the yard. If I wanted to get after it, I could get it in the yard. Poison ivy is another story. Right now, I don't even notice the poison ivy too much because things are starting to die out. Virginia creeper is still noticeable, but this stuff, I mean, if I let that go, that entire garden would be covered in it. Covered, just all the way across. And I don't have that kind of problem with Virginia creeper. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I thought there was a hawk up there today, and big development today, which you'll see in a video if I ever get caught up editing, which I don't know, it's not looking too good. I am now behind a week and a half. So a man came to work for me weekend before last. I haven't gotten that video done. That's the next one to do. And then I made a bean stew video, cooking video. That's not done. And then there was this, I don't know, there have been several days I've been shooting a lot. I just haven't been, I have to find a way to shoot videos that are less trouble to edit, to put together, so that it doesn't take so long. I thought I had figured that out with the doing the cell phone videos, which I did for a while. They were a little bit easier to edit, just walking around talking, but and of course easier to shoot. But I can't get the camera far enough away from my face. I don't like it so close to my face. So anyway, I wanted to show you this. The one thing that is still green and beautiful out in the yard is the ground cherry, the Cape gooseberry. And I thought I had a big plant in the flower garden, but it didn't taste, it made the same kind of these things, same kind of little lanterns around the fruit. But it didn't taste as good. And the leaves were shinier and not soft, like furry soft, soft like mullein or something like that. And but this plant on the front tomato terrace is still going strong, even after all these nights of freezing weather. And today yesterday I picked up a handful of the fruit. And remember, the ones down below were all sort of lime green. And I kept saying, if I can ever get one that is red orange, it's so much better. It's so good. It's a little bit tart, and the seeds are just tiny, tiny. And I've got a handful over there, and I'm going to save them for seeds. Speaking of seeds, hey, welcome everybody. We now have 74 people here. I was saying that there was a man here, and I saw a circling up there over the tall trees. I said, that's a predator. And I said, what do you think that is? I said, is that a hawk? And he said, he said from wingspan, he thought it looked like what did he say? A turkey vulture. I think that's what he said. A turkey vulture. So anyway, well, I've thought about it, light worker. Thank you for joining the live stream. I've thought about getting a dog. I would love a dog. I have a dream breed that I want, but a dog could outlive me, and who's gonna take care of it? Do people worry about that sort of thing, or they just get a dog and not worry about it? I mean, I'm very concerned about these cats. But if I get a dog, it's going to be either a Native American Indian dog, which is actually, the breed is extinct, but they've recreated it with its characteristics. And it's extremely intelligent, extremely protective, but very gentle around other animals and children. Very loyal. And they can get big, but you don't have to get like the biggest size, the biggest one. But they can get up 70 or 80 pounds. I don't want anything that big, or no, wait, maybe it's more. But they're so stoic, and I love the shepherd face. I've always loved the face of a shepherd. There's just something so regal and stoic. But anyway, there's one that I found online that's called the Shalom Shepherd. But it might be happier in a colder environment. I don't know. I know that when I was looking at it before I ever moved here. And I saw that there was a breeder in Alabama for the Native American Indian dog. And I thought, that's not far. I could go down and get one. But I feel like I need more of a community here of people I know, because if I have to go and stay with a relative or a friend or something, or if I just want to have a little bit of a break from the homestead, who's going to take care of all these animals? I don't have the faintest idea. So anyway, speaking of seeds, this is what I have so far. I could have 30 times this many seeds and be able to like sell these or give them away or whatever. These are okra seeds. This is the Bradford. But I wanted to ask you guys, once the seed pods, see, I was able to get most of these, about half to 2/3 of these were taken off before the first freeze. But the seed pods didn't dry out before the first seeds. Hey, everybody, welcome. We're talking about okra seeds. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I'm wearing some Walmart special glasses tonight. So just please have patience. So once and then my neighbor who lives right down here, he cut his okra stalks off and turned them upside down, and he's drying them in his barn or something. And but he said, I looked at everything online and everybody said, now this is what he told me. He had done all the research. Everybody says to leave it on the plant until it dries out and starts to pop, split. So I took a handful, there were only a handful, and that split before the first frost. And so now I'm going out there and they look like this. And I think I just have a feeling that they're gonna rot, or, and I don't know if that's just from the freezing weather. Well, that one's even slimy. Blech. So that's why, I'm just thinking this may be all I get, which obviously I don't need that much, but I wanted to have a lot. Anyway, the only thing over here, that was so late in growing were the lima beans. And I think these may be the Worcester Reds, but you see, they don't look bad considering they've gone through several nights of freezing weather. Let's just open one and see if these are the, I got the original seeds from Sharon at Sharon's Natural Gardens. I've mentioned her to you many times. And no, these are white. They're actually pale green. So does that mean, what does that mean? Daryl, you're the lima bean guy. What do you think the status of these beans are? Are they still good to eat if they've gone through? Because everybody's writing me going, no, all your annuals are done. If you've had several nights of freezing weather, nothing is edible. So what do you say to that, Daryl? Can I get something out of those? Because I got probably this much of those beans. Okay, let me catch up a little bit on who's here. We were talking about a great dog. We're talking about, let me just say hi to people. Okay, I'm going to scroll back to the Borix and the Creeping Charlie. Yeah, well, Lynn, if you free range your hens, do you have any predators? Howdy, Tot Matson from Central Texas. Oh my God, thank you. Let's give Todd a round of applause. He is catching up on all of my videos. I happen to see, I happen to look at I don't look at my analytics nearly often enough. I just feel like I never even get editing done, much less all the other back end work. Like there's some plugin that's wrong with my website. So I had to rehire my guy. And I'm thinking, I don't make any money from my website because I'm not selling anything. And, but it costs like so much money to maintain. It's like $600 for the service, to service it, to have an expert do everything that needs updating and everything. And then $300 just for the hosting. Then of course there's the URL. And then of course there's it's at least $1,000 a year. And just to maintain the website. I'm just going, oh my gosh. And I just never really thought about it before. I was just off to the races, and I said, this thing is just going to take off. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to, and now I'm going, oh man, okay. But I had to bite the bullet today because there was some plugin that was a security issue with my website, and I don't know anything about any of that kind of stuff. Okay, so thank you for joining, Todd. I'm very happy you're here. Oh, thanks. Peace, love. Sorry about that. I tried to do that and then I forgot. Thank you, Linda. Linda says, don't be hard on myself. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Lightworker says ground cherry, but isn't that what I said? I said ground cherry or Cape gooseberry. Or I thought those were the same thing, or are they different? Thank you for the joke, Daryl. I appreciate that. I need a laugh. Today was very stressful. Okay, it was good. I mean, I got done what I needed to get done, and I think it was done well, but it was still stressful because what I did today was, and these, as you know, everybody knows about supply chains and work outages and all of this. Everything is slowed down. But I ordered in August. I think it was in August. I ordered replacement windows for 5 windows because that is a seed. I'll save that. I ordered replacement windows for the picture window, fixed glass windows in 2 bathrooms and in my garage. And I need ventilation there. And I just thought, well, that's going to be the easiest and probably less expensive. By the time you hire a contractor, you cut a hole in the ceiling, you try to fix that stamped ceiling plaster, that stamped, I don't even know, to put in exhaust fans. Putting in an exhaust fan in my bathroom in California was not a big deal, but here it's a big deal because of the way the eave comes down. And I looked at it with a contractor and everything is going to be a big ordeal. So I just said, let me just get the windows. I don't want to start tearing up my house and then not be able to get it finished or fixed. So in one day, they finally came. They were supposed to come a month ago to install, and he came today. So that got done. But, just having everything open and somebody walking through, and it was just stressful. So, but it got done. Layla is here for, what is merhaba? Oh my gosh. Linda Woody says, be careful, as some nightshades, which are poisonous, do look like tomatillo and ground cherries. So you need to know which is which. Wow. It never occurred to me that was poisonous. You do remember that I ate 4 or 5 of those. I grew tomatillo one time in California, and they were, or was it twice? Maybe 2 years in a row. Yeah. And they were gorgeous, big, gorgeous. And of course, Denora worked for me one day a week, and she made something wonderful, some salt, what do you call it? Sauce out of it, I think. But the second time they got covered in spider mites. I had never had spider mites like that. If you've never had just a plant get covered in spider mites, you haven't lived. You have something to look forward to. No, it's disgusting. And you have to just destroy the plant, get rid of it. 98 of you are here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Kaye. I am trying to develop a sustainable homestead. I am coming up on my 1-year anniversary. And of course, let's see. Next April will be my 10th anniversary on YouTube. So hopefully this has been a real adjustment in terms of going from urban gardening to homesteading, which I'm not off grid or anything, so I can't get into that classification. I know there's a lot of interest in off grid, and I'm not off grid at all. But my goal is to be able to survive here if the grid goes down. So that's what I've been really working on this year a lot, in addition to developing the garden. So that's just a little intro if you're new to my channel. So thank you for being here, and I hope you subscribe. Hey, everybody, can you just take a moment to hit that like button? If you're on mobile, you can click off the live chat and just click the thumbs up, and then go back and hit the live chat again and get right back where you were. And we'll see that number start going up, I hope. Let's see. Yeah, so what the question was, merhaba. I'm asking. Layla is saying merhaba, but I don't know what that means. Maybe it means hello. Yeah, a puppy. I know. See. Everybody said last, when I got the kittens, to get the puppy then and let them grow up together. Oh, it was really funny. Kind of funny. Last week, John's friend dropped him off on Saturday, and they had the friend's daughter's dog, and it was a blue heeler. Is that right? They're a great ranch dog, very energetic. So they said, he loves our cats. They have 6 cats. He loves our cats. And so they let him out of the car, and I was holding his collar. And if you're new to my channel, I have 5 cats, one indoors that's been with me her whole life, and the other just since June, I think. Well, he sees the cat, and I let him go. He says, oh, he loves cats, So I let him go, and Tiger just took off. and she ran around the wood, and then I saw her coming around, and boy, she was putting it all. She was putting it all in those front paws. I have never seen a cat fly that fast. And she went straight up the tree, and so did BJ. And so they're both sitting up in the tree, and the dog is like, you know. Oh my gosh. It was exciting for a moment there. Nate Vance is here. I know it's been a long time. How have you been? Thank you for joining. Let's see. Yeah, Linda, I think he said brown turkey vulture is what he said. I think that's what he said. I have seen black vultures in the road and you know, and flying around too. I don't know what a Mississippi kite is though. Linda is telling me what kind of predators might be in my skies. I don't know, Rose. Who knows? You know, I mean, I'm not, I don't know. So if that were the case, Rose is making the comment that I should get a dog because I'll surely outlive it. And but I'm still concerned about, you know, I want to be able to go visit my son. I can't take 5 cats over there. I can't take 1 cat over there. And much less a dog. You know, they have a dog. I could take a dog, but then somebody would have to take care of my 5 cats. And I don't know, I just a little overwhelming. Raise the puppy with chickens. I know. What is your name, peace, love, Homestead? Daryl is taking care of his mother. Hi, Joe. And his own dog. Are you able to write in English, Layla? Because we don't know what you're saying. Yeah, there's no way to translate what you're saying. Australian Shepherd. I'd have to remind. Oh, yeah, that's what you have. You have a dream dog. I know. I don't want what you have. I don't want a dog with that much hair. Daryl's dog has too much hair for me. Sorry, Petey. I know you're listening. Labrador Retriever. Hmm. Thank you, Debbie. We'll see. Uh, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would rather not have a puppy. I mean, I saw what my son just went through. They got, you know, they got a purebred dog and did that, all that. And I've always been, you know, wanted to go the rescue route for a dog. But the question is, would it be, then do you find one that's completely loyal? You know, if it's been, it might have been abused or something. And so it's a huge consideration. Yeah. Lynn. Yeah, those dogs are something else. Lynn is saying she has Great Pyrenees. They're beautiful dogs. It's a thing. Rose is saying that there are homestead sitters. It's a thing. I did not know that. I did not know that. Okay, I'm going to just take a moment. Well, I'll do it. I am going to see if I can translate what you're saying. Let's see, something about a dog, I think. Why doesn't it say translate to English? Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the interruption. I don't know what you're saying, Layla. So, no. I can't stand. It's not that I can't stand Chihuahuas. Did you ever see my video, the film I made? Ah, Mirhaba means hello there. Thank you. Thank you, Shell Bells. I am going to, thank you. Well, we'll see if I get there. New England is talking about my 10-year anniversary next April. 10-year anniversary. Well, I've been on YouTube since 2007, but I just had a channel as an actor. I just had a few things on there because everybody said, "Oh, you've got to be on YouTube. You got to have a channel if you're an actor." Okay. So I just had posted a few things on there. But I used the same channel. I didn't create a new channel for Late Bloomer because I didn't really imagine when I started, because nobody was doing this, and I didn't imagine I'd still be doing it in 10 years. This jumped way ahead. Yeah, see, that's just it, Connie. I don't want to have to take the time to train them. And I just saw what my son and his wife did. They actually sent him to a training school for, I think, 6 weeks. So, which, as you can imagine, was expensive. And so that's the whole training thing about getting a dog is also huge. So, oh, you've got to grow okra. But these are the best seeds. Well, I mean, the seeds that I started with. I also planted the red crimson. I think it's, no, wait, the red okra from Haas Tools. It didn't do that well. And I'm going to try not to blame the seeds because I did plant it late. And the plants were vigorous and they looked great. There weren't that many seed pods. And then the frost hit and it was over. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Kaye, and you have reached me here on my homestead in Tennessee. I used to be an urban gardener, and now I'm trying to become a sustainable homesteader. So welcome. I hope you subscribe. And let me see if I can catch up on the comments here. No luck. Okra, I can tell you, okra likes heat, and you don't want to drown it or anything. I didn't even water it. I just waited for it to rain. Honestly, I don't think it ever got any additional water besides rain. Lynn is asking how I like my okra cooked. I love it fried, just rolled in a good cornmeal. You can't use a coarse cornmeal because it just falls off. You've got to use a fine grind of cornmeal. And there's enough of the sliminess of the okra. You don't need to put it in egg or make a big batter around it. I love to actually cook it just long enough. You can use oil, you can use bacon drippings, you can use lard, you can use ghee, but you just want to cook it long enough for it to be a little bit crispy on the outside, just a little bit, and then still have a crunch and not get too cooked down. And I'm trying to think if I actually ever did a video on cooked okra. I guess I didn't. I did a video on how to freeze okra. You can check that out. David Hoff is here from Las Vegas. So should the lima beans be a little bit greenish like that? Because the only lima beans I've ever grown, what did I do with the one that I opened? The only lima beans I've ever grown were the Henderson baby limas, and they're white, and I always just let them dry on the plant. Because, nothing ever freezes in California, so you can leave it as long as you want. And I would just wait until they were dry on the plant and then shell them. I can't find the one I opened. Oh, here it is. So see, to me, they look a little pale green. I mean, they are pale green. So should they be white when do you think they look okay, Sherry? I don't know. I don't know if that tastes right. I actually have never eaten a raw lima bean before. I've got a lot of purple hull peas over here, and I'm going to do a video. I'm going to dry can them and do a video on that. I know that's the thing. They froze, Daryl. So, I mean, but we freeze beans all the time. I mean, I froze all those green beans. What's the difference? I mean, maybe if you put it in the freezer and you keep it in the freezer until you take it out and thaw it out and eat it. And these things have been freeze, thaw. So maybe, okay, Lynn is saying yes, but I don't know what the question was. Wow. Fantastic. Peace Love Homestead just arrived at her new homestead yesterday in South Central, Virginia. Happy birthday. What's your first name? I already asked you that. I don't know if you answer me or not. So you picked a basket of the Roselle calyxes, Jamela? Is that what you're saying? And I know it's in the sorrel family. I knew that. Well, it's in the hibiscus family. It's such a big family of plants. Susan is here from Central AZ Mountains. Happy is saying, find a local supplier to make your merch. Are you talking to me? What merch are you talking about? Good evening, Patty. Fantastic. I'm so excited you're here also. Yeah, it looks like crap. I mean, I hate to say it, but that just, it looks terrible. And I'm thinking it would be a waste to try to to try to save any of those seeds. I opened one pot earlier and it looked, the seeds look fuzzy, like moldy. So, okay. Emmanuel is here from Ultimate Gardening. Todd is listening, not following the chat. He's making covers for his grow bag, broccoli and cauliflower. Oh yeah, because of the caterpillars, right? Well, good luck with that. Oh no, spider mites were just horrible, and I don't know how you can get ahead of it because you can't see them coming. They're so small. Lisa Brown is here. I forget where from. Oh, so you're being serious. Get a weed torch. Burn the ground ivy and the hay down to bare earth. Oh my gosh, that sounds dangerous. I'm trying to imagine that whole thing like on fire. Kathy, thank you. I'm not holding my breath on that, Susan. Susan says everyone now must visit me. That was actually one of the thoughts I had when I first bought this place, is that I wanted to have a kind of a therapy place for people who were starting over, who wanted to be able to see the beauty, walk through the woods, maybe do some therapy work in the garden, do writing. Writers could come, like a retreat for a weekend. I could imagine a lot of great things like that. But this whole year has been so crazy with how things have gone. So I agree that, rescue dogs are wonderful. You just got to find the right one, Okay, Nate is saying that his dog, I think, won the Thanksgiving Day dog show last year. That's awesome. Geese? I don't think I'll be getting any geese. I've heard that about Jack Russell. I've heard that they are very loving. Oh, that's wonderful. Kathy does Peace. Peace Love does dog rescue. Let's see. It jumped. I'm sorry. We're talking about dog breeds, everybody. Uh-huh. Yeah, I first heard that term about Velcro dog from my friend Jack Davis in Phoenix because they got a wonderful dog and it's black with a little brown hair, short hair, medium-sized dog. I know she told me the breed, but I don't remember. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Claudia has translated what Layla has said. Can you ask Layla where she's from? What language is that? I forgot to look. Yes, I need a dog breed for animal and human protection. Remind me your name again, New England Country Kitchen, please. Yeah, I hadn't seen. I did an appearance on Gilmore Girls, which a lot of people still watch, surprisingly, and I hadn't seen that in really long time, probably 10 years. And when I was at my son's after the Homesteaders conference, so just there for a couple of nights, she was watching the series again, his wife, and we turned it on, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I looked so good. No wrinkles or anything. It was just awesome. But anyway, you know, whenever you do the small roles in shows like that, you know, you're just there as filler, you know, because they have their main cast and they've got to give them all the choice lines and activities. And then, you know, depending on the situation that they've created on the show, on the episode, they have these other characters that just fill in little lines and just, you know, and so that's what that was. Tess is making an interesting observation. Finally completed my commute. It's 6:03, gosh. I'm going to sign off pretty soon. Finally completed my commute home from work. Wanted to say she's noticed a lot of invasive weeds wherever the feral cats in her backyard lay down. She surmised it was fur transference. Okay, good night, Rose. Bye. Well, Kathy, peace, love. My son's. Did you see my son's dog? His name is Fred. He's actually on Instagram. uh, I forgot the Instagram name. It's something Fred. Obviously, he's a red golden retriever, and he is so well trained. When we were walking down in the neighborhood, I was walking with my son, and he had the dog. He was not on leash, and he has a stimulant thing that he carries in his hand just in case, which is attached to his collar, but he never has to use it. And he has a command. He walks right beside his left leg. And this car like eases up beside us. And he said, I will pay you to train my dog. Said that to my son. Of course, what he doesn't know is my son is only reinforcing what he learned in the expensive training that they sent him to. Ooh, no, see, yeah. See, there you go. That's another thing is I can't have a dog running through this house. I mean, I got enough mess to clean up just after myself. I'm not sure what your question is, Happy, and all those caps is very hard to read. So I'd prefer you didn't type in all caps. Okra, yeah. Too cold where you're living. Yeah, if you can't grow your own okra, then it's really hard to find in the store anywhere. It's just a seasonal thing. Light worker says sheep herders raise the puppy inside with the sheep. That makes sense. I know, Tess, it's so good. Well, Jennifer, what do you do for a living? And I'm glad you're catching up. Thank you for tuning in. That would be a very short video, Sunshine, but I will. I put away quite a bit into the freezer, so I will. I'll have to use frozen okra if I do one before next summer. That's a good question, Marianne. Marianne is asking me, if I had it to do all over again, would you buy the same property? Probably not. Yeah. Probably not. Right. I mean, there are things I really love about this place, which I did love and I still love. But I never loved the house. Never loved the house. It's okay. I don't love the house. I'd love it a lot more if I could ever spend the time on it to get it organized. But I'm always outside or at the computer making videos. So, but no, it had so much potential in my mind, but what has happened to our country this year has just made that impossible. Oh, really? Okay, good. All the lima beans you've seen are pale green. That's so true. But that must be when they're fresh though, because when the lima beans are dry, they're white. And then when you cook them, they don't turn green again. So that's interesting. No fear on weed torches. Okay, I'll get one. Bye, Debbie. Thank you. Okay, I've got to catch up real quick and then sign off. Oh dear, it jumped. Hello, Ellie. Ellie Hill from Pennsylvania. Oh, exactly. I wanted to get a lot done here, but they can only install windows on nice days, not when it's raining. So he came today, and I felt like I need to be outside. I need to be planting. But thank you, Jill. Jill is saying I can find answers to my growing questions by searching according to my zone. And it's true. If I wanted to just sit down and do research and not edit a video, I would do that. I feel like every time I have time to be inside, I have to go to the computer and edit or sleep or eat. Okay, I'll ask Scott about it. He left 2 comments on my video today. Has everybody seen my video today, I hope? 2-gallon sprayer. Mine is not a 2-gallon sprayer. Mine's I think 1-gallon sprayer. Now, okay, for bugs and spider mites. Okay. That's similar to what I used to do. New England Country Kitchen is saying for bugs and spider mites, 2-gallon sprayer, 2 tablespoons neem oil, 2 tablespoons Dr. Bronner's Sal Suds soap. I'm not familiar with that particular Dr. Bronner's soap. And then peppermint oil. essential oil, and 2 gallons of water, obviously. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Turkish. Dutch Shepherds. Oh, wow. A Dutch Shepherd. I looked at all the shepherds, when I was back looking at dogs, and I just fell in love with the Shalom Shepherd and the Native American Indian dog. They just looked so stoic. Yes, ladybugs. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to vacuum them up in the garage. Not that many got in the house. More stink bugs got in the house than ladybugs in the house. I think it's kind of slowed down now. There was just this rash, like one day when the ladybugs were just like, you could have just swatted them out of the air. And Shampoo 7 says, after 20 years of having dogs, my husband. After 20 years of having dogs, your husband brought home. That's over with. Okay. That is, she's asking about, it's not a painting because it's in a plexiglass. This is a color etching, and this is a piece called Shabumi by Howard McKenzie. And I have a large collection of his work. And if I ever get it all hung up, and that room in there is still just, the boxes are 3 boxes deep leaning against the wall. And you've probably noticed I've got at least 4 pieces, or 3 or 4 pieces leaning up against the wall in there. Krista's gone. Bye-bye. American Kennel Club, I guess is what you're saying. At AKC is the American Kennel Club. Yes, this piece is gorgeous. When I actually met him, he was working on it, and I met him in about 1980. And I went ahead to collect. I probably have about, 30 etchings, maybe, with a handful of drawings in there. And then I have some small things, and I've got a piece over there. I collected art. I represented him and for a few years, and just on the side. I also worked in an art gallery. I also have an art degree, so I have an art background as well as an acting background. And I also a photographer. So I was doing all of those things before I ever started gardening. And then once I started gardening, everybody said, well, you got to have a channel. And then I started a channel, and they go, well, you got to have a website. Or no, I started a blog, and they said, I started a channel, and they said, well, you got to have a blog. I said, a blog? What am I going to write about? I don't want to write about myself. And they said, well, you got to have a blog. If you got a channel, you got to have a blog. So you got to have a website. So I've had that ever since. You're welcome, Daryl. Okay, we are after 6 o'clock, way after 6:15. I've got 5 cats waiting to be fed, and I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you'll hit the like button on the way out. I know we had more than 76 people, so maybe if you haven't hit that like button yet, you will on the way out. And I hope you subscribe. And I'm so glad the new subscribers are here, and I hope to inspire you soon in a video. I probably won't have one up tomorrow because it's too late. It takes me a while to edit. So hopefully I'll have it up. I should be able to have one up by 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow, though. So something to look forward to. You can see what John and I did to everything is sort of breaking down and preparing the garden for winter. And that process is still going on. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week at Wednesday at set a timer Wednesday at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. God bless, stay well, and I'll see you soon.